The Hope program is a program for young mums between the ages of 16 and 24, from 20 weeks pregnancy up until the child is 2 years old. We work in partnership with mums to build the attachment between them and their child, to work towards creating a positive life for them and their children.
The Hope program is a unique program because it's working with vulnerable mothers and babies and working with them from in utero to 2 years, which is that first 1,000 days. The first 1,000 days are critical. This is where it all starts. When a baby experiences relational trauma, they're actually experiencing brain injury. There's ongoing impacts on their social skills, how they cope in school. They can end up with long-term health effects. The best way we can protect infants from early trauma is by protecting and supporting mum.
I lived with a parent and it was very rough. We didn't get along at all. I had to leave that situation. And I actually didn't know how bad things were till the Hope program brought it to my attention and said, this isn't normal behaviour. If I hadn't have gotten out from that, I don't know how much I would be. Just being around that kind of environment for him is not healthy. There's just a long line of trauma within my family, going right back to my great-great-grandmother. I don't want that for Matteo. He's just so beautiful. He doesn't deserve that. There was one time where I had a massive argument and I was very worried that the parent was going to try and take Matteo away from me. I called my worker up straight away and she helped me work through that.
The Hope program is a circuit breaker that can actually disrupt those trauma patterns that have been taking place for generations. This is really vital and exciting work.
Hope helped me with safe housing by providing me with pathways to getting bond loans and helping me with removal costs and all those kind of things to make sure that I got into a safe place. They're the main one that helps you access all the different services. The Hope program is definitely helping me as a mum and as a person. The Hope program has helped me with my dreams of wanting to study and get into my dream job by finding childcare subsidy, schooling subsidy and all those things so that I can actually accomplish it and do it. So I'm actually really excited because I start next year, so that's like one thing I'm really excited about.
So if we provide an environment that gives her a place, a secure base and a safe haven to grow in, then we're really influencing that baby and helping that baby's little brain develop in a healthy way.
The uniqueness of the program is true early intervention. The second one is we have some housing options and we also have partnerships with service providers to get cheaper housing for our families. The third point of difference for us is education. We might talk to them about going back to school or doing online learning or going to TAFE, and the same with employment. We look at what employment they're interested in and start getting them employment ready. We work with many mums that have experienced generations of trauma. What we're trying to do is work with our mums to break that cycle.
I started to get abused at a very, very young age, and I do want that for my kids. I'm trying to really give my boys everything that I never had. I'm trying to break the generational trauma as well. I got referred through to the Hope program from my social worker at hospital. Hope helped me by really drilling into me that I am a good mum, because I question that every single day. Helping me get into counselling for domestic violence and, helping with my mental health. Teaching me how to be a mum through every step of the way from when they were a month old to a year old. which was a lot of changes, but hope got me through it. I want to be a mum to kind of gentle parent and be able to talk it out and not get angry. And they taught me ways to keep myself calm. I was making sure that my kids were not being taken, so I made sure they had a roof over their head, trying to keep them safe. I still use everything that the Hope program taught me.
It's important to stop generational disadvantage and trauma so that the mums don't repeat the patterns of family history and they get to create their own patterns and their own lives with their children so that kids thrive. If we are successful at that, the children don't go into care, they have intact families, they make better choices, they have better relationships, they feel better about themselves, and they have education and employment opportunities. Therefore, they may not need welfare ever again. And that's a super success. We need funding to be able to help mums do all of the things that we've just talked about.
There's an absolute need to work with as many young vulnerable mums and babies that we can.